honestly, I think if I was to put together a list of my top 10 Sabbath songs, all of them, I could put all of them off of those two records.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that's hard to argue, man. Like I'm in the same boat as you. Like every
Mm.
song off this record, I think is a masterpiece. The writ, that competes with most of the band's discography, I think. Now it's
Yeah.
just such a shame that this record I never went platinum in the States and didn't do that amazing in sales. I'm not sure if it's the album cover, which, I believe they thought they were just going in for like a magazine shoot or something. And then it turned out to be the cover of the record. Do you have a theory on why this album underperformed?
Well, it's a little bit like I've never really thought about it, but they have had kind of a natural life cycle wane that goes along with that of Uriah Heep and Deep Purple. Deep Purple's broken up at this point; they aren't even around. Uriah Heep is having problems with lead singers, and their albums are not doing well. So Sabbath kind of had their commercial peak, their arc, which kind of goes through the first two albums, three albums, then it starts kind of going downhill. I mean, there was some excitement about Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, but it's almost like they're getting old, they're being replaced by other things. Um, they're having their own problems with hangovers and drugs and legal problems, so they're probably energy is waning a little bit. Yeah, they're probably just seen as a little old. There's newcomers coming up like Aerosmith and Kiss and Ted Nugent at this point. I don't know if I see these trends. I don't know if it means anything, but I just feel like right now you get that big fulcrum shift over to, oh, there's some good American bands in the world now, and so they all start doing well, and all the British bands start dropping off, sort of thing. And also, there's just nothing even close to a lead or a hit single on this. Nothing you can release as a single. The only gesture towards mellow music is completely insane music. Am I going insane? Right. And everything else is just too heavy, and almost everything's too long, and just too weird. So yeah, there's nothing even remotely approaching a lead a something you could release as a single. Whereas almost, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath is just as off-putting and unsettling and weird, and the album cover is even worse, and or scarier, put it that way, or non accessible. But those songs, um, there's some slight nods to melody. The songs are all shorter, and everything just seems like a little more logical on it. So yeah, lot of reasons. It's just not a commercial album.
Yeah, and that single, man, if I was like, a kid and heard that and then I saw the cover, I'm like, no thanks. Like that's,
Yeah.
I would have assumed this would have been a terrible record, but maybe they could have edited down some songs, but I don't, that just seems wrong for Black Sabbath. I think this
Yeah.
is kind of forever just like a hidden gem in the band's discography. And maybe, when you look at the whole band's discography, especially with Tony Martin, there's a lot of great stuff to appreciate. But when it comes to like the Sabbath era, and when people be like,
Mhm.
these are the greatest like metal albums of all time, they really leave this record out, unfortunately.